We here at Bobchat like to think we help shape our nation's youth, but unless you want your children to grow up like us, we suggest only listening with other inebriated adults.
Listen, I've been drinking, okay?
Bob!
Bob! Bob!
Bob!
Bobby!
Bob!
It's Bobchat Baby.
And we're just sitting here cranking a few beers, hacking a couple darts, and shooting the shit, you know?
Don't be boring with your midlife crisis and buy a sports car. Go hard. Learn magic. Lease a Falcon. Start a cult. Are people worried about you? Sure, but they're also a little curious. Yeah, man, sign them up for the cult. You got to make those Falcon payments. Okay, welcome to another episode of Bob Chat. I'm your host, Bino Barbarino, and we have 3 guests today, which is exciting. We haven't done a quad-person episode in a while. So we have a long-time guest and pioneer Bobchat Griffin is here today.
How you doing, Bob? Happy to be back.
I'm happy to see you, Griffin. We spent actually the day together. We can talk about that later. And also Spencer, Griffin's brother, is here, but he is not just Griffin's brother. He's his own person.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Griffin V2.
Griffin V2. See, that's why we asked you to come on the show. You're hilarious. And then the long-awaited return of another pioneer of Bobchat. He doesn't want to be called Tech Guy anymore, but his name is Joel. People should know him. Are you gonna say hello?
Oh, I'm glad to be back.
Glad to be back, making it happen. Captain Joel's been back in Nova Scotia, back in the motherland.
Yep.
Living the dream, that sea salt life.
It's a great place to be.
Yeah, that's good. So, what's been going on with you guys? Everyone's super talkative. This is going to be an amazing hour of surfing up on your earwax. What do you got, Griffin? What's going on?
You know what? I'm going to take lead on this one.
Yeah, take
guys.
lead, Spence. Jump right into it.
A very serious topic I'd like to talk to you guys about.
Okay, what is it?
I'm going to lay a statement, and I want you guys to answer completely honestly, okay?
Okay, yeah.
Don't you fucking hijack this.
Which religion is right?
No.
Which what?
Which religion is
Oh,
right?
no, you're totally hijacking this.
Yeah. Nobody's going to listen. We've already turned away any people
yeah.
that go to church.
Yeah,
Somebody asked me that at a party, and I just thought it was so interesting how, like, there's just no answer.
There's
you
no
know
answer,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like, it just fucks with people so hard.
There's no right answer.
Yeah, like, you're fucked either way.
You'll piss someone off no matter what you
No,
say.
it's easy to piss people off now.
I mean, like, no matter what way you pick, to be like, oh, there's a billion people that disagree.
Exactly.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's a lose-lose.
Yeah.
I enjoyed watching people squirm over that, though. Just like...
We're obviously all having a great time.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So what, you guys are going to Mexico soon, is that right?
Yeah, in like 8 days.
8 days you're going to Mexico?
Gosh darn.
How excited are you guys? So
Excited, but like nervous at the same time.
So they're going to live there, right? It's not just like a trip, like, oh, we're going to Cancun for a couple weeks. We're gonna, drink margaritas and do some Mexican blow and have a great time.
Yeah,
I'm assuming that's what happens in Cancun. I've never been. Spring break.
Yeah, but these two brothers, like, this is what they do every
you
once
guys
in
go
a while.
all
Like,
over the place.
like the other day, I was telling Griffin, like, every time I see you for your birthday party at Fatty Patty's,
Yeah.
it's also a going away party, and you're like, I'm going to Bolivia, I'm going to Mexico, I'm going to Guatemala, I'm going to New Zealand.
Yeah.
It is true. It's like Fatty Patty's is like the nexus zone.
Yeah, it's like, oh, if I go to Fatty Patty's within 5 days, I'm on the other side of the world.
And just really, actually, you know what? That reminds me, Griffin. There's a story I do want you to tell today.
Oh, okay.
Because, okay, so I don't know. I had Griffin on. I was like, hey, tell us what happened in New Zealand. Tell us all about it. What's the craziest thing that happened there? And then like an hour after the podcast, we're sitting outside. He's like, tell me the craziest story I've ever heard in my life about New Zealand. I'm like, Griffin, we sat up there for like 2 hours. Where was this story?
I was there for a long time, so
Okay.
like a lot of shit happened.
So tell us about Griffin. They saw a house on fire.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I'll tell a story.
Listen to this, tech guy. I mean, I'm sure Spence has probably heard it. Has he?
I've heard everything.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, well.
Spence gets all the good
Yeah,
stories.
he's rolling his eyes. He's probably heard it 3 times already.
Whatever.
But yeah,
Tell us.
I'll make it short. So
Don't make it short. Start off with how you weren't wearing shoes, and it's just crazy. Like every time as the story progresses, I'm like, this can't get any crazier. And then what happens? It gets fucking crazier.
Yeah.
Right.
Way more people would have listened to that New Zealand
I'm,
episode.
I'm into it. Let's get it going.
So
Tell us.
the shoe thing in general is kind of funny because like in New Zealand,
People don't wear shoes. Who knew? I didn't know that.
It's very shoes optional. Like even if you're like out in the grocery store, like drove to the store, went in to get your groceries, no shoes.
So
Really?
it's not necessarily no shoes, no shirts,
No,
service?
no, like
you can go in like barefoot,
Yeah,
no shirt.
yeah, and like at first it was like
I
really
love this
strange. Like
place.
you would see people walking around with no shoes, and it's just so foreign, you know, to us living here. It'd be so weird to see somebody do that.
Are like the sidewalks clean? You can just walk around
I
with
mean,
bare feet?
they're not any cleaner. I think it's more of a just not caring particularly. But
Well,
anyway,
that's-
so
I
I
feel
did.
like there's a lot of like athletes' foot going around. Then
I don't know.
People pee on streets. Like that's just a
For
known
sure.
fact.
People
For
pee on
sure.
streets everywhere.
people shit on streets everywhere,
Yeah.
man. People will just they gotta shit. I mean, when I gotta shit, I'm like, I gotta try to find a bathroom quick. People that don't care, they're just
Yeah.
like, oh, is this a sidewalk?
Yeah, it's
Perfect.
Just, they just shit behind bushes and stuff
That's
downtown. Like don't ever like dig around the bushes downtown.
Yeah, stay away. Keep a perimeter. Okay, sorry. So
But yeah, so I did kind of start to fall into that. You know, it's pretty liberating not wearing shoes. That's besides the point, though. So anyway,
New Zealand changed me.
I was traveling around with a couple of friends and Sean. You know Sean.
Sorry, buddy, Sean, right? So yeah, Joel
He's
knows
down there
Sean.
too?
Spence knows Sean.
Yeah, so it was me and Sean.
We all
and
know Sean.
A couple other friends, and like we were down there. How it works is like there's a lot of these areas that you just kind of find on these apps where you're allowed to sleep. Maybe it's like an official camping area. Maybe it's like a private property where they just let you like set up your thing for the night. And we found this like beautiful place like out in the middle of nowhere. It was like a farm that this Australian guy
Well, they
bought.
shot Lord of the Rings there. It's the whole country's beautiful.
Oh yeah,
obviously.
no, for sure. This was actually kind of closer to the Shire area too.
Oh
like,
my
it's
God.
the rolling green hills and all that stuff. And anyway, so
Everyone else is shaking their head. I love it. I love it. Fuck you guys, all right? This is my show.
and so this real like old school Australian guy who's like a cool dude in and of himself. Like he was telling stories from like working in mines in Australia in like the 1950s and like all this crazy stuff.
Harvesting blood diamonds.
But so it was so nice there though that like we stayed for a couple days, but on like the second or the third day, there's like this huge, like just black cloud and like a bang, right? And we go look outside and we just see like over the hill just this huge black cloud. And so we run over to see what's going on
Without shoes on.
without shoes on because there's like a very like we're just gonna go. But
in the middle of
we
New Zealand.
when we got there, we realized it was like a active situation and we didn't have time to go back and get shoes. So it was like me, Sean, and our German friend. This like
I wish I had shoes.
oh
God
man,
damn,
it gets so bad.
You made me so shoe liberal. Fuck.
But we get over to see what all the commotion is, and it's a family home is like lit on fire, just like burning like bad.
Yeah.
And we don't know if there's people inside or what's going on, but there's lots of animals around. Like they had like a cow and like a horse.
So like a hobby farm is burning
Yeah.
down.
Kind of, yeah. It was right in kind of the area like where other farms are going on, but it was just like a small family thing going on. And anyway, so we go over. The German kid hears a dog barking inside the house, and he runs over, opens the door, and gets the dog out. But like right as he opens the door, the gas, like, because everything out there has to be like all your heat and everything has to be propane.
Yeah.
So the gas canister explodes then. Like that's probably the biggest like explosion I've been like close to. And like he was closer to it even than I was. But after that went up, that just kind of like accelerated the fire.
Well, and there was a attached garage, right?
Yeah. And so like the first thing we did too is they had a cow, and this cow was trying to go into the house. Like it was running towards the flame, trying to get in. So we like
That dog's my best friend.
yeah, we like shepherded the cow like into like an area we could close the
Do you
close the
shepherd
fence
cows?
in.
Because shepherd's for sheep.
Yeah,
You
well,
heard
there's a
it.
lot of
You
sheep.
heard
There's a
it.
lot of sheep in New
Heard
Zealand.
the
So.
cow, yeah.
Heard it.
Yeah. Anyway, got that guy out of there, and then we started to try and salvage anything we could from their garage because it hadn't spread to the garage yet, and we noticed it was
no.
filled with like fuel and like hydraulic fluid and that kind of stuff.
All kinds of great things.
yeah, stuff you don't want to catch on fire. So we start running all that stuff out, get most of it out, save a bunch of the kids' bikes and that kind of
You
thing.
fuckers are running into a fire, grabbing fuel cans.
Yeah,
It wasn't quite so.
Feet.
So it sounds worse.
Yeah.
It sounds worse than it is. It sounds worse than it is because the flames hadn't like spread to the garage. Like the garage was
Yeah, but a
still good.
propane tank just blew up.
Yeah,
you're like running around in an action movie.
Yeah.
we didn't want it to be. Okay, so this is where it gets crazy because we were making trips and then we kind of were getting to the point where we're like, okay, we can't be making trips anymore, and we were like, shut it down. And then the breaker box went off, and it was like fireworks, like electricity shooting every direction and stuff. And the problem
Right at
too
your
was
feet.
their pickup truck was parked right up close to the
and they
to the
saved
house.
they saved the pickup
So
truck.
Did you jump in and get it out?
okay, so what happened is I would have no idea what to do, but Sean knew where
How to boost
a certain
vehicles.
kind, he couldn't turn it on, but he knew a release that would make it so that the brakes would let go, so we could
Transmission
push it.
release.
Yeah.
So we did that real quick, pushed that thing out of the way. Mind you, we called the fire department. Somebody called the fire department right away.
This is the best
But-
fucking part.
It was so rural that like even the volunteer fire department was half an hour out.
Yeah.
So we had like half an hour to do this shit. So in that period, we're getting the animals away, got all the stuff done. We finally hear the sirens of the volunteer fire department coming. It's one truck. So it's one truck, little tiny ass thing, and they pull up, and it's like two, no joke, 85-year-old men.
Yeah.
Like in raincoats. It's like two elderly gentlemen. And don't get me wrong, like they're trying to get the job done, but they were
watching the game, man.
So yeah.
Fire.
So they show up and like it was very apparent that we were gonna have to help them like right away.
Oh, I can't do a good New Zealand accent, but come on, Bill, get the hose.
I don't know. That's spot on, man.
Yeah, okay. Really? Thank you, Spencer.
So what's the name of this town?
It wasn't even a town.
What's
like,
the name of the
the
nearest
closest
municipality?
town?
Like Auckland, the capital.
No. The closest town to this would be like
How do you get there? What did you call it?
I want to say New Plymouth, but
New
it's
Plymouth. So you're like now honorary volunteer firefighters.
I guess for
New
that
Plymouth.
day, we damn were for that day. That's for sure. But
They
so
didn't have shoes
so here's the
on.
thing. Yeah, so we were
It's
shoeless.
It's a gravel.
But this is
Yeah,
the kind
yeah.
of place. This is the kind of
Gravel.
place. This is the kind of place that only has a fire like this every 10 years, and they talk about it for 20.
It's
and
true.
You're like, yeah. And then these fucking blokes from Canada fucking helped us out.
Yeah,
and
a
like,
German kid.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But-
Keep going, man.
But yeah, so when the fire department shows up, or the volunteer fire department, they show up and they pull their truck up to the top. But they needed like a hookup for more water, right? To be able to like bring because they're gonna bring tanker trucks from like the main fire department.
It's super
So we
hot.
had to run all of these fire hoses up and down like a gravel road, like on an incline, barefoot. So we were like running with these hoses just on the gravel, but definitely cut our feet up. But I'm just glad we were able to like make
save the truck.
Yeah, make a
save
difference
the
there.
dog.
That's important.
Save the cow.
Yeah, we never got a chance to actually talk to the family because it turned out they were away. They were away for like a Christmas. It was right before Christmas. They were at like a Christmas.
That's the worst. Coming
Thing
back
in-
and you're
in
just all your
Hamilton.
shit is on
But
fire.
you know
like-
what? At least their truck is fine. Their animals are fine. Like, yeah, you guys are definitely. If you ever go back, like, I'm sure like the 85-year-old guys will probably be long gone. But they'll hear stories of you guys.
'Cause,
It's
like,
"These are
honestly-
Canadians.
That's my biggest question though, is if they decided to stay there because by the time the main fire department showed up, they like hooked up a generator and like drained their pool and used all that water.
Yeah,
and
these
stuff.
pool are innovative.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But it was also another thing. They
Crazy.
definitely had like some ammo in the house because there's like shotgun rounds popping off like intermittently. There'd be like shotgun rounds going off, but there was not much left. Like at the end, it was literally just a like pile.
But you didn't hear any like pops and then like a bullet buzzing or anything.
No, because
Yeah, zap.
they're not. They'll go off if they get hot enough, but there's nothing to direct the force, so they're not. It's not
just
a
little like
yeah.
shitty.
That's
ball.
crazy.
But yeah, that's the gist of that story. Like,
Oh my god. So now, Spencer, tell us a cool story about Mexico. Let's travel around the world. We just went to New Zealand. We're gonna go to Mexico, and then you tell us a crazy Nova Scotia story. I don't go anywhere, so I don't have any good
No,
ones.
Scotia not around
You know
the world.
those
I'll try to think of a
memories you
German
have
story.
where it was so long ago that you don't know if it actually happened or not.
Yes.
I have one
Yeah.
of those from Mexico where
There you
when
go.
me and Griffin were kids,
What happened?
our families on motors, they've always had like motorcycles and stuff like
I
that.
love it.
And there's this one day where they're building some like highway. Or
that
something.
happened. You
Did-
tell
did
them
that
that happened. That absolutely did happen.
Because
You're telling us this happened before he tells us the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So
got
it turns out it did happen, but I remember being a literal infant. So like I was like
He would have been like
4
14.
feet tall or
He'd be like
something.
14
Yeah.
max.
I think I was younger than that because I couldn't even touch the
ground.
ground.
I could barely touch
so
Really?
someone puts me on a motorcycle and my legs can't touch the ground. So I'm like, I'm just gonna keep moving or I'm gonna die, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I remember,
I gotta get off. Help!
pretty much.
so we were just going on some sort of little motorcycle trip with our grandpa, who's in his 90s now, but he still rides motorcycles. He doesn't
Awesome.
give a fuck.
Awesome.
Like arthritis doesn't do shit for that man.
Wicked.
But
Amazing.
anyway, so like we were just going on like a little trip, and
Yeah.
we noticed that there was this like construction zone and we weren't really sure what it was for, but we needed to like get through. So we just like moved
Perfect.
this blockade.
Perfect. They made ramps for you guys.
Exactly. Like, we were hyped up.
So what I remember was
Hey, whose story is
okay,
this?
all right,
Whose story is this?
Are you guys brothers? No. Yes. Sick reference. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
So we moved this blockade, and we noted like we were just gonna go through. We weren't gonna drive down it, but we realized they were doing a bunch of work on like a highway. So the highway was completely closed. And I remember my grandpa just kind of like got a light bulb going, and he's like, okay, we're gonna hit this highway like full speed. I remember you were on that blue motorcycle, this like big honky looking thing, and I was on like a 250.
Yeah.
And so we just basically took down this this highway.
Oh, roads closed? I don't think
And
so.
It was like one of the first times I've ever rode a motorcycle. I was kind of could switch gears, but kind of didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
And
So let's just hit the highway.
so we just started going like as fast as we possibly. Like I remember I had the accelerator like all the way I could. I was having so much fun. And I remember I hit like a pothole or like a stick or something. Like I remember
just hitting something.
Like I did this.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I hit
wobble.
something.
Yeah.
And I just remember being like, I'm so high off the ground, like I couldn't even touch the ground with my feet. Like if I were to fall, like I would have just been like mush.
Crushed by the motorcycle.
And then followed by the thought of like, why am I allowed to do this right now? Like, it's
Mexico, baby.
and I've been going back to Mexico ever since.
guy doesn't even have his driver's license.
Literally.
I asked Griffin today, I was like, what do you do for a driver's license in Mexico? He's like, oh, you just show them your Canadian driver's license with a couple $100 pesos behind it. They just let you go.
It's a handshake with a couple bills in it.
Yeah. So did you fall down or what happened?
No, but I did fall like in a later trip in front of a whole restaurant of people that just clowned me so hard.
embarrassed.
Literally.
And then you're so little, you're trying to get the bike started, you probably can't go, fuck.
Like it's like when I look back on it, it's like one of my top 10 like L's in life was just a full restaurant full of people, and I was like kind of showing off a bit, like I was like revving at a red light, and I used the handbrake instead of the foot brake going around a corner, and I just ate absolute shit, and I was like young at the time. I couldn't lift the bike by myself. So some old man came out, fucking helped me put the bike back up, and then I couldn't get it started. So he fucking helped me start it. And I remember the only reason I was trying to like, I don't know, be a douche was like there was a bunch of cute girls in the restaurant.
Yeah, of course.
And so then they're out there clowning me, and I was like, I'm never coming back.
So just for the 3% of our demographic listeners that are 60 plus, when he said there was a big L, that means a loss. We got there's old people that listen.
It's gonna be like that all night, Bob.
Explain clowning to them.
Making fun of you.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I do that a lot.
Clown on Bob, yeah. Welcome to Bobchat. I hate my life.
Yeah.
Thank God I have kids. It's finally something to live for.
Oh, wait till they get old enough. Wait till they get old enough to clown on you.
They will. No, you gotta take a joke in this house. I'm sorry.
Yes.
They're coming on the show.
Yeah.
We'll do like PG-13 episodes. Like I'm trying to swear around them, but it's probably Melissa's family swears like
You're
crazy.
trying to swear around them?
No,
Like
not trying to swear. No, it's easy to swear around kids.
Yeah, I
I can swear around anybody.
Yeah.
If I can't drink, smoke, and swear, I am fucked, dude.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm sorry.
It reminds me of the Trailer Park Boys, that one scene where
I
he
totally
goes in
ripped
a
that
court-
off from Trailer Park
when he
Boys.
goes in the court and that kid,
Yeah.
Thanks
Like,
for calling me
smoke
out,
and
Griffin.
swear.
No original content. Bobchat, baby. We rip off everything. Well, whatever. When you have a vast, infinite knowledge of pop culture references, like, you got to use them, you know?
Yeah.
A lot of them go over people's heads. They're like, that's when me and Matt became friends at co-host, because he's got them. I was like, you're a big a loser as I am. I love
He's
it.
like, caught it.
Got it. Yeah. Slim dog.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that was a good. Thank you for the Mexico story, Spence.
I have lots.
It's too. Yeah. Okay. Well,
I only remember about 50%.
that's
most
fair
of the stories.
because you're having a good time. The other 50%.
That was such a cool trip too, because like he was saying, it was a brand new highway, like never been driven on. Like it was like a 7-lane highway.
the first Mexico has ever seen.
And so it was a virgin road, and it was like Spence, me, our dad, our grandpa, and our uncle all on motorcycles side by side,
Just
driving down this highway. It was
Wow.
so cool.
It's like on the road again, or like,
It's
that's
like
what I was
when-
playing in my
it's
head.
like-
Yeah,
all the
don't
time.
say more than 30 seconds.
Why would
Don't sing more than 30 seconds. Copyright.
Should have had Life is a Highway playing.
Yes.
The Spanish version.
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah.
Say life is a highway in Spanish.
We're gonna have to learn
I
that
could
pretty
say
soon,
I could
man.
say life is a road.
Like paraphrase.
Life is a road.
Say life is a road.
Vida es una calle.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
I don't know if that's right
take it.
because I don't speak Spanish.
You can
Yeah,
sing that.
you guys both speak
I
Spanish.
forget the word for highway.
Vida,
What is it again?
Say it again, yeah. Say it like not in like a sexy
Just say it
Spanish
so we
voice.
can understand
Just say
it.
it, yeah.
What was it again?
If he
Life
fucks
is
it
a
up,
road.
anyone who speaks Spanish, please send us a
Life-
strongly
life-
worded email.
Life is a highway.
road. Yeah, life is a road.
So vida is life.
yeah.
Vida?
Calle is road.
Yeah.
So vida es una calle. Calle is a
Yeah.
life is a road.
We had Irene on, Matt's friend, who's Spanish, and she's like, Griffin can't speak Spanish at all.
Yeah, she was talking mad shit.
Yeah,
and,
she-
As long as they know what
it's
I'm
hard
saying,
to it's
like,
hard to do it
whatever.
like on command. Like, and I by no means like think I'm like like perfectly
Speak Spanish.
fluent.
Let's go right
Yeah, I
now.
know.
But
it's
like,
more like situational.
yeah,
You know.
yeah.
But to us, it's like that's Spanish.
How would you
to
say
her?
it?
She's like, that's not fucking.
How would you
Spanish.
say it's Bobchat Baby?
It's what his ex girlfriend.
No, come on.
His ex girlfriend used to say that when we were in Ecuador because she was completely bilingual because she was Chilean and American.
Yeah.
And she said that the way that we spoke Spanish was Tarzan Spanish. But like, I'll take it. Everybody understood what understands what we're saying, and like,
that's all that matters.
Dos
Yeah.
cervezas.
Yeah.
and I'm always trying to improve too. I got like a
Le biblioteca. Oh wait, is that right?
yeah. I always trying to learn more vocabulary, and someday. Maybe I'll-
My philosophy on it is just nobody tries.
Yeah.
And if you try,
Yeah.
then people will reciprocate.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like if
okay.
you just show up and just start speaking, like at least we're
Yeah.
trying.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
You know
You're
what I
not.
mean?
You're not just like, hey, amigo,
Yeah.
dos cervezas right
yeah,
now.
like,
El
quesadillas.
comprende.
Like if you try,
It's yeah, exactly. It's not like that.
I have no joke though. I've seen that happen, and it's so cringy. It's so cringy.
it's
So
some
yeah,
cringe
at least
shit.
you guys
Dos
are try-
cervezas.
That's the thing. Like I see people like that, and I'm like, I do not want to be that.
No, but you guys care about the language, and and you're right. People will reciprocate the amount of like like at least you're trying, right?
Yeah.
And you're gonna live there, so good on you guys for learning a second language. Honestly, like there's no way this is the brain that I use to memorize San Andreas GTA cheat codes with. Like I used to have so many fucking cheat codes, man. Nothing
Off the top of the head, that's so true.
Yeah, there's no way this is the same brain. So I mean, good for you
Get
guys.
that
man.
weapon pack number 2.
You guys learned a new language, and I'm just trying to make sure I call my kids by the right name.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. So I heard that Deliza paints one of their toenails.
Yes, we do that.
Yeah,
We do that.
so that you can keep them. So like, I guess the listeners are up to speed. He's got twins, and
Yeah, they know by now.
and they truly are identical. Like
Truly.
So
Most
so I thought
indubitably.
So I thought about this on the way over. So what?
Strong genes there, my man.
So what are the chances?
I have a magic penis. I said actually normally I say that to people because they're like, oh my god, identical twin boys. I'm like, yeah, I got a magic penis. And like I even said it at the hospital. And like
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Penis Chat with Bob Marshall.
talk about penises a lot.
Ooh, there's the episode title right there.
Penis chat. But I even said it at the hospital to one of the nurses. She was like, oh, are they identical? I'm like, yeah, identical boys. Got a magic penis. And
Did you give her the wink and the gun?
Yeah, I was, you can't say magic penis without winking and gunning.
Were you wearing your New Balances at the time?
Oh, not yet. They're expensive as hell now. Because everyone, it's cool to be a dad. Everyone's going New Balance. Whatever. It was they gone up crazy.
He's got him on back order.
But I said to the nurse, and like she laughed. And like Delicious shook her head, and I've said it like maybe 5 or other 6 times, even to my family and stuff. And like my Nana laughed, but like nobody else did. But she gets me. She was drinking wine that day too.
Your Nana
So
supports you.
yeah, she had a couple of glass. They make their own wine, so it's like, oh, we go to make wine every month. How much do you make? Like 92 bottles. I'm like, for a month, that seems about right. Anyways, plus the whiskey, right? But no, they're good people. They're good people. Maybe that's why they're gonna live so long, because they're just pickled. They pickled. That's my plan. That's what I'm working on.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we were at our buddy's yesterday, and it was his birthday, and his girlfriend's friend was there. We had never met her before, and we're like talking to her about the kids, and we said it, and I was like, "Yeah, I got a magic penis," and she didn't even miss a beat. She did it right back, the wink gun. She's
Nice.
like,
Wow.
"Yeah, you do," and I was like, "What?" I was like, "Let's." And then
Are we best friends then?
yeah. But anyways, enough about penises.
So-
Tell us, Joel.
So what's the chances that?
You're gonna mix them up?
No, that you already did.
No, they're not already mixed up. They cry different. They're different already. They have different personalities, right?
Because you'd have like equal chances of mixing them back right.
Yeah. I guess.
Describe the difference in cry.
But it's gonna get to a point where they
be-
they recognize what their names are. So I can't just keep switching it. And I don't want to ever tell them that I'm not sure which one's which, because then they're my kids. They're gonna be little fuckers. They're gonna be like, let's not tell them who's who.
Well, so with the nail polish, that's a good idea. And there's only one wear the nail polish?
Only one wears a nail polish, yeah.
So that confirms.
We're not gonna color coat. We're not gonna color coat them.
He's gonna be like a 50-year-old kid, and he's gonna be like, I've been wearing nail polish my whole life. I have no clue why. It just feels natural.
Yeah, just my toenails. Yeah, my mom says I look nice.
My mom says I'm pretty.
Yeah. Okay, so Joel, tell us. We heard of New Zealand. We heard of Mexico. Tell us a cool story about Nova Scotia. Come on.
I'm trying.
Tell us about if you want to tell us about the street that's a bar. I like that. I enjoy hearing about that.
No, it's not that big a deal.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking while you were trying to get. Yeah, I don't have anything.
You have nothing?
I got nothing at the moment.
Oh, this is your big return. You're really letting the fans down.
Nothing goes on there.
So how's the lobster? I've never had lobster before.
Lobster?
You fucking peasant. Come on, Griffin. I will buy you a lobster.
Have you had like?
You and me are having lobster
I've had
dinner
crab.
before you leave.
Have you had crab?
I've had crawfish.
Yeah, well, that's lobster. It's all lobster.
Yeah.
It's all gonna be the
Shellfish,
same.
yeah.
I feel like I've put it on such a pedestal that I was like, I'm not gonna have lobster
So-
until
that
I get
shit's
it fresh.
cray, yo.
Get it fresh.
So
in Nova Scotia.
if you've had
Crawfish.
crawfish and you've had, what was the other thing you said?
Crab.
So lobster, like, take those and stack them in ranking,
Mm.
and then just add like whatever.
What do you
your
like
scale
better,
is.
lobster or crab? Crab's sweeter, but it's.
Oh,
I could eat
lobster,
more
hands down.
lobster.
Lobster's like the king of crustaceans.
I could eat more lobster. Yeah.
Crab is good, like mixed with stuff, more so than on its own, in my opinion.
What's the craziest thing you guys have ever eaten?
Ooh,
Chicken
okay.
feet.
Chicken feet? Tell us.
Yeah.
You got to tell us. We need a backstory.
I was getting almuerzo, which is lunch in Ecuador, and I went to
Wherezo? That's what they call lunch?
Yeah, just like lunch. It's
Are
like
you
a
on
special.
you're on your second wherezo, you dog fucker? Let's
Yeah,
go.
basically.
I'm gonna say that at work.
But I just went in, and like there's all sorts of places, so you just kind of pick one every day.
Yeah.
You can't go to all of them, but I went into one that was kind of like a hole in the wall,
Yeah.
and they just served me a chicken foot in some broth
Oh wow.
with some popcorn in it, and I just was hungry and I tried it. It was the it just tasted
I
like
love
chicken.
the facial
but
expression you just make. 'Cause you're like, how do I describe this?
It's just like super chewy chicken. It's
Okay.
just what it is, yeah. It also, like, a lot of them use chicken feet, like, to make the broth, like, boil it down.
Yeah, like chicken
it makes
stock,
amazing broth.
The
like,
flavor's
you know,
great.
Yeah,
the flavor's great. But
The
it's
flavors in the feet. I've always heard that
Very
about
true.
chicken.
I never.
We're eating their breasts.
Yeah, I never
Give me
nibbled on the. I never nibbled on the foot. I would just kind of
I've seen
eat
you
every
get
pig.
it.
And just
I've seen you get it in the soup, but you eat around it.
Yeah, I'm not about like chewing in between the toes. But the flavor is on point. Like
It's like the opposite of a foot fetish.
also when they have the foot in there, it's like they didn't just it's like the real shit.
It's real,
Yeah,
That was good.
got the marrow in there.
yeah.
Okay.
Suck those toes dry, bro.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. One in Ecuador. Okay, Griffin. What about you? What's the grossest thing you've ever?
Grossest or weirdest?
Grossest.
Grossest. That's tough.
Well, I guess yours was pretty weird. Yeah, gross or weird. Dealer's choice.
I'm thinking of like for weird foods. Like I remember one time we went to like what's it called, Bass Pro Shop in the U.S.
Awesome.
And Spence and I got like every weird.
You're about to tell a weird food story about Bass Pro.
We got every single weird jerky,
okay.
like all the weird jerkies.
I thought you were gonna say you just like harpooned.
No,
one
okay,
of
wait,
the
I got
fishes
one.
out of
Fucking
the
tank.
Yeah, I got you one. So one time, Spence,
Apparently, alligator jar is gross.
Yeah.
that's what I'm getting to, alligator. So one time, Spence and I were flying to Mexico with our parents when we were younger, and we were in Mexico City, and our flight got canceled, so we had to get a hotel for the night. And in the morning, the breakfast, the continental breakfast at this hotel was insane. They had all kinds of like food, just like crazy food. But they also had a deep fried alligator as the centerpiece.
Where was this?
It was at a hotel in Mexico City.
Oh, okay. So how was deep fried? I've had alligator jerky.
I tried a bit of it, I remember, but like I was pretty young. Like I don't think I liked it though.
Well, we're gonna have to all try that again. Well, you know what? Everything that we talk about today, we're making a list and we're doing it. We're eating all of it. Dude, there's enough ethnic grocery stores in our vicinity. We could probably procure all this crazy stuff.
Don't they just call them grocery stores now?
No, like the Asian
Ethnic
supermarkets
variety.
and
Oh,
stuff.
like
Where they
specialty.
got all the imported
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. You can get all the import stuff.
Fair.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple cool ones I wanted to go into, but they were closed the other day. Like I was too late.
Let's go.
Yeah, man.
You guys are leaving. There's so many cool things we can do, and you're just going.
I know it's all our fault.
You got a lot to do.
Way to live your lives and just do what's best for you. This is bullshit. Look about your friends.
The only reason we're able to do this kind of thing is because we don't have debt, right?
Or
else we'd have to stay, like, if we had cars, like, car payments and stuff. Like,
I'm gonna walk in here in like a month from now, and all three of you will be gone.
Well,
and I'm just gonna be like, I'll be sitting here by myself, be like, we got our three favorite guests back today.
You're just gonna start interviewing your kids.
Yeah. Okay, Joel, tell us what you did this week.
So you mentioned you don't have cars or anything like that. Griffin's car is still alive.
Yes.
Yeah, he sent me that video. I was like, no fucking way.
Yeah, it still starts.
That's crazy.
So Griffin like abandoned the car here.
Yeah.
And
for good reason.
And to begin with, it was an 85 Ford Tempo.
It was a 93, you motherfucker.
Oh, was it 93?
Yeah, it was 1 year older than I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, whatever. It was a Ford Tempo. Like, there's like only one left on the road, and it was that one.
Yeah.
And he abandoned it here, and then my buddy took it, and his cats lived in it for a year, like his outdoor cats, just lived in this car for a year, like it filled full of snow, whatever. He gets out in the spring, he's like, guess what I got started today? And it's just running, no problem.
The cat hotel.
And apparently, so I remember, like, because everything was real stressful because I was getting ready to leave, and like it just wouldn't start, so I just assumed it'd be like the starter or something. We pushed it to the variety store, and like, so what did it end up being? It was just a single wire or something?
Yeah, it was a electrical issue of some
Amazing.
sort. He was onto it pretty quick.
You know why no mice or rats got to it? Because there was about 30 cats living in it all winter.
Only 4. He's got 4 outdoor cats and 1 indoor.
Yeah, 4 cats automatically equals 10 cats in the spring.
Yeah,
if not more.
So what happens at his place?
20.
What happens at his place is the city takes cats.
They spay them all?
They take cats out to.
They Bob Barker all the cats.
They take feral cats.
Anybody?
Yeah.
Hey, come on, guys.
They take feral cats.
Digging deep here.
Out to this barn, and it's like a kilometer from his house, and like some of them like leave and they come to him, and like he just has cats show up, and he's like, well, they're
here now.
I'll feed them, and they keep the mice away, and
yeah.
But it's crazy that they have this like farm out there where they're like, oh, can't have these cats, so we'll just put them out here and bring food to them every week, and like there's hundreds.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Oh my
like
god.
Feral and shit, because they have like a no-kill policy.
Dude, they have like, imagine like the cat culture. Like, right, that many cats. Like, there's obviously a hierarchy system.
Yeah,
dude.
for sure there is.
Like you go into the back of the barn. There's like this scraggly old fucking alpha cat. She's got like her fucking belly just dragging like a bunch. She had like 20 litters of cat. I'm the mother.
Litter a day for 20 years.
I'm the mother of all cats. Like, can you imagine going out there? I'd be like, cats are friendly, man. But
but they eat
out on West Del Lauren
until you die. And then
we're going. Where are you guys going? To the kingdom of cats.
I've been worse places. I'd check that out. They have like a island in
honestly,
Costa Rica.
that sounds like a nice little Saturday.
Just bring a can of tuna with you.
Yeah, you'll just be just be like.
Yeah, and there's one in Japan too. That's all cats.
Can you imagine the sheer volume of like the cats when you show up with some sort of food,
dude? Can you imagine the cat piss stinks? Can you imagine the cat piss smell? That place is just
how
tainted.
big is it? Like,
if it's a barn, it's tainted.
Oh, just a barn.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
and I don't know if it's true, but I think like the lore I heard was that it was a lady that loved cats, like basically willed the property to the Humane Society
and said, listen, this can just be the cat kingdom forever. She's probably in her will, she's like, I asked to be placed in the barn so I can feed my children. Cats eat animals. Cats eat people.
Yeah. There's all kinds of those situations.
As soon as you're not feeding them
stories.
If you die, if
when I'm like 95, just lay me down in that field.
If you think that your animals won't eat you, like if you die and you don't think your animals will eat you, if they don't get fed for a couple weeks, they will.
Yeah,
they're gonna eat you.
Yeah, definitely.
I thought dogs didn't though.
I don't think dogs will, but cats will. Cats don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Anyways, what is the craziest or weirdest thing you've ever eaten, Joel?
Oh,
I'll give you plenty of time.
I've had octopus.
Oh, the cat! I'll get calamari any day of the week. That's squids.
Yeah,
come
squids.
on.
No, like actual octopus.
Well, you
Like,
know
it
what?
was still fucking moving.
In all fairness, like Griffin and Spencer have done a lot more traveling.
Yeah.
And they've been exposed to a lot more cultures.
worldly.
Like I haven't got a chance to travel like down like in the southern hemisphere or like Asia and like that where like they have
That's
like,
where you get the
crazy
real
street foods
Yeah.
and stuff
Oh,
like that. I want
right.
to go so bad.
So
like,
sorry.
but like I've been to like Germany and like all over the States and stuff. So like I don't know. I've eaten some crazy farm.
You
or not
gotta have
farm,
eaten
no.
some weird in
Not-
Germany.
No, where?
There's gotta have been something weird in Germany. Eh?
Yeah.
That's where I had the octopus. The first night I got there, my host took me to this crazy Mediterranean restaurant, and they had like fresh, like still kicking octopus.
Awesome.
And but it was weird because like
the tentacles go back. It's fine.
but it was funny because it was like my first night there, and I was like, oh man, I want to go for some like authentic German food, like get like some schnitzel and spatzel and all
I
that stuff,
love
and
schnitzel.
have
Yeah.
some
So good.
I was in the south, so like I could have the it was spargel, like the white asparagus.
Yeah.
So I wanted to go get that, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna take you to this great restaurant." And I was like, "Yeah, okay." We get in there, and it's like authentic Mediterranean, Greek, Spanish type of
Wow.
like Italian, all mixed, like a fusion restaurant. But like just if it's from the Med and it's got olives or tomato sauce involved, it's
I
on
hate
this
olives.
fucking plate.
Olives are gross.
Oh man, they took us over a crazy spread. But yeah, so I had that, and I don't know, like the grossest thing I've ever had. Probably liver. I don't like liver.
I had beef liver at a Korean barbecue, and it
I
was
don't like
terrible.
liver.
It's a pasty. It tastes pasty.
I love it.
Really, liver?
Yeah, I eat that shit all the time.
I love onions.
I eat a special. I eat like the
liver-
liverwurst.
the
though.
wurst.
Not like
I can eat liver. I can eat
Yeah.
liverwurst, and I can eat like liver pate.
I don't like-
stuff, but
yeah.
I don't like just beef liver.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
cheap,
Yeah.
the cheap like
Yeah.
grocery store. Like, oh, it's half price of steak. Yeah, I know why.
I had I had plant-based chicken nuggets today, and those are pretty weird. They were
Yeah.
gross,
Yeah.
but they're yeah.
Why were you fucking with those?
Because Griffin had to go to A&W, and that's all they only have. I didn't want strips because I was driving. I just wanted the nuggies.
What
You
I
don't have plant-based
nugs.
chicken nuggets.
I just
Yeah,
wanted,
they just came out, but it's.
you can eat them in one bite when
Yeah.
you're driving.
I'm pretty sure they're like just like little falafels,
But I
essentially.
mean, like the
Yeah.
strips are really convenient.
I don't know. It was a split decision, and I just wanted nuggies.
You should went to
And
McDonald's.
we're out in Elmer. There's nothing out there.
So
There's McDonald's in Elmer.
We
There
were
is,
on
but-
a timeline. We had to get back.
the
quick.
whole
it's on
thing
the
was
wrong side of the
I
road.
was
you guys
trying
both
to-
showed up late. And we weren't even ready.
I-
Yet.
So
Well,
like
good thing you did.
So,
Hey, you guys
like-
went sitting around for 25 minutes.
I was trying to
Elmer's
score.
one fucking street, man.
It's true, but like so the whole thing was I was trying to score a bottle of A&W seasoning to bring with me
Duh.
so that I can make my own Papa burgers.
Just look it up. It's probably like
I've tried to make. I've tried to make.
Do you
I
think,
don't
do you
know.
think the Colonel's 7 herbs or 11 herbs and spices are just online? You can't just
It
look
is.
it up.
it is.
There's like a one tweet meme.
It's like
of
saying
that. It's
Big
like
Mac sauce, Thousand Island dressing.
Yeah.
yeah. No, they put crack cocaine in anything McDonald's.
definitely.
Oh, for
Right?
sure.
I love it.
But the thing about McDonald's, it's
We all
that
love
blow-
it.
the thing
We're
about-
all loving it.
it blows my mind is I've been in a lot of
Can't
places,
say
and
that
you guys have
copyright.
too, and you'll agree with me. Like McDonald's everywhere is the same.
Yeah.
The meat's different.
It was the
The
meat.
meat might be different.
Fries
yeah,
are
I've
the
heard that,
same.
but like
fries
the
are the same, always the same. And
Like,
the ice
there's
cream.
one fucking factory making McDonald's fries. I bet you.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure there is.
Yeah, and it's just
Where
like
are these-
making them for the world. Like it's probably in Idaho.
That's kind of an interesting.
Yeah, PI can't sustain that kind
No,
of.
PI doesn't have
that
any
kind of-
landmass.
Yeah, it does.
They make their own fucking Cavendish fries, and that's it.
We would
Like,
need the entire square footage of the island to grow potatoes.
We just truck the workers in on the bridge. That's
yeah.
it.
Oh
I mean,
my
they do
God.
have a lot of potato farms in PEI. Like it's probably I don't know. Look. It
I know.
Up. guess
I would.
look it up
I wouldn't think that PI potatoes are as exported as so much as they are kept in Canada. You would think I would assume there's a higher percentage of PI grown potatoes.
I bet you it's just regional. Like I bet you if you just draw like a radius around PEI,
Yeah, like
like
next-
that's who's getting it. Because we get them a lot back home, and like I know in the States they got them, like in Maine.
Do you
and
ever
stuff
check
like
the
that,
bags where your potatoes come from? I don't.
Nope.
Yeah, but it says if it's a PEI potato, it says right the fuck on it.
I know.
Same with and same
so
with
where are these
I-
other ones coming from? The States, probably.
Idaho. That's it. No, that's the other big.
Hey,
place for this one.
Idaho.
Yeah, there's
Nobody come on.
no.
No, he did. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Bob flip. He's got one of those studio audience laugh signs that he
Yeah,
flicks
where's
on.
the laugh track?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not as funny. I'm not funny anymore. I'm just a dad.
Is this
now.
a comedy podcast?
It's supposed to be.
funny. Yeah, that's why that religion question was
Was
not gonna work.
Yeah. Give us another
Yeah.
question. What is another?
To be fair,
I was
we
trying to
we've done
shoot
some
a smoking
yeah.
gun there. It didn't work.
We've done some pretty wild conspiracy podcasts though. Still,
we
there
have
has
done a
been.
lot.
Those hit
What's
too
the
close
new-
to home for
What's
me.
the newest conspiracy theory then?
Why do they hit too close to home?
Because their dad's on that pretty
Yeah,
hard. And I'm on constantly getting messages about like Michelle Obama being a man.
or
and
just the next thing. It's always the next thing.
Yeah, what
So-
is
So he's
the,
like on the
For-
cutting
for
edge.
him,
He's
it's
on
like-
the cutting edge of conspiracy.
For him,
theories?
it's like reality TV.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
It's
it.
like the next exciting thing, you know.
But I mean, I observe them all. Like I
I mean, yeah,
like, I
I'm
guess
I'm
I
impartial
subscribe
to
to
most.
people's
So.
like, but I don't like jump right on board. I have a I guess a guy I went to high school with. He's on like Facebook and he's always just putting out the craziest conspiracy
Yeah.
theories. Like I mean, they're like I don't talk to the guy anymore. I read them and then read the comments and I'm like this is fucking entertaining. Like
Oh,
this
Facebook's amazing for that.
no, like the shit he comes up with, and then the rebuttals and the arguments. It's just like it's actually entertaining.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck is this?
But, you know,
it's all around Trump, COVID, this and all that, all the usual shit.
People getting married and having kids too.
Yeah.
Yeah, why? What's the conspiracy theory about that?
What's that?
About people getting married and having kids.
People getting married. and
No,
having
I'm just
kids.
saying Facebook. That's like what I see on
Oh,
Facebook.
yeah.
It's conspiracy
But
theories.
they're cute. You gotta post photos every day.
Sorry, I was just gonna say the funniest. Fuck, I completely blanked.
This dangers of marijuana.
Yeah.
Actually, that was really nice of all
I
of us.
had it like I was holding on to it so hard, and then
Yeah.
it just.
It happens.
We got sidetracked. It's okay.
What about conspiracy theories?
Oh yeah, okay.
Yes.
So this is it. Yeah, so this is yeah. So this is the one. This is my favorite one that my dad told me about. So it's that that Justin Trudeau is actually Fidel Castro's son.
I
Yeah.
kind of fucking believe it.
And
Yeah.
like that's the fun part about it is that there's enough
Spencer's
there's
like, I'm
enough
out,
little
I'm out.
but there's enough little like grains
Oh yeah.
that where you can kind of like if you squint your eyes you can kind of be like maybe
Oh yeah. Like there's like
They both have long hair.
yeah, but if you look at the pictures,
They both
and then,
have
like,
dark hair.
yeah. It's
They're both
it's not a stretch.
Cuban.
it's more so that his mom and dad hung out with Fidel
know.
Castro all the time.
Yeah.
That makes it more
And
plausible.
that she had an affair.
Yeah.
There's one picture of Fidel holding
As a baby. Yeah.
and like the both of them are like, oh my god, look at our son, and like Pierre's in the background like shaking a hand.
Yeah.
And like if you look at it, you're like, oh yeah, like they found that photo and they're like, look.
Yeah. Well, there's also photos of a younger Fidel Castro
Yeah.
put next to
Yeah.
the appropriate age that he was of Justin Trudeau, and it's like, yeah, I can
Total
really
smoke
see.
show.
Oh yeah, so hot.
Yeah.
It's like people, Ted Bundy. Oh my God, he's so handsome. It's like
That's
no
a
wonder.
weird one.
Yeah, Ted Bundy. I'm like, he's got a unibrow, dude. Like, I don't care that it was the 70s. Like,
Yeah.
take care of yourself.
I guess
I
what
don't
they're, I guess
know.
what they're saying about him is that he wasn't like. He was so unsupposing, right? Like he was.
Well,
like,
that's what he was. He was the average Joe, and he's like, oh, yeah, and back then it's okay to trust people that are hurt. Like, you have a cast on. Oh, I'll help you move a chair into the back of a van
Yeah.
in the middle of the night. No problem.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy. There's a new documentary about it.
Yeah.
It has his girlfriend and her daughter. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, I mean, we could talk serial killers forever and how Cuban Justin Trudeau is, but
Yeah. Cuban Justin Trudeau is-
yeah, we're gonna
I
definitely
mean,
get canceled.
he's not 0%. That's the thing about
There's
it.
no
Like,
way he's 0% Cuban.
No, but like no, but this conspiracy theory is like has like a small percentage of truth.
Yeah,
like, you look
yeah.
at it, you look at the facts. And you're like,
It's
they're
like a
definitely
non-
lines up.
facts.
yeah.
The timeline lines up, and,
Like, it's
and
not
there's
like-
proof. I mean,
There's no
the
smoking
photo.
gun, but there's a non-zero
Yeah,
chance.
yeah, there's not like it's not like
It's not. It's not
no
impossible.
fucking way, no
it's not
fucking
impossible.
Way. You're like, I don't know, might be.
I bet Griffin speaks better Spanish than Justin Trudeau.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Definitely not better French.
I don't know if he speak. I don't know. I don't even know if he's
speak
speaking good.
French.
Yeah, I don't even know if he is speaking good French because I don't speak French.
People who speak
If he's-
French usually pick up Spanish pretty easily, though.
Yeah.
That being
Really?
said,
Yeah, because they're romance languages.
Yeah,
But then
Yeah.
they go to Mexico and then just like don't talk to anyone and make their own like little communities.
That's the funny
Really?
thing.
and
Like,
just like super
'cause
antisocial.
I met a lot of French people in New Zealand, a lot of cool ones too. But like, there's definitely like it's very like all the German people like either speak like quite good English or like fluent English.
Yep.
And all the French people, it's like they're They're making an effort. They're making an effort.
Yeah.
But,
Dos cervezos.
but they, but so some of my French friends I met there were teaching me a bit of French.
And it's Parisian, like France, like
not like Quebec French.
They laughed their asses off at the Quebecois.
Yeah.
They would talk so much shit about their French. It was
they
hilarious.
call it dirty French.
Yeah.
Don't they, or something.
And the funniest thing they told me,
I've dated a couple French girls. They were pretty dirty. Heyo. Yeah, sexy time. Sorry, Deleuze. I'm in a committed relationship now.
Yeah.
I have a loving family. I'm a family man, goddammit.
Yeah.
Where's my dog?
They're gonna say, "Where's my wife?"
How's your wife? How's your kids? The Cuban Prime Minister's coming. Okay, sorry. Anyways, but yeah, language is crazy, man. It's crazy. I would like to learn another language, but I feel like I don't have enough time. And don't they say like it's easier to learn it like as you're younger, obviously?
what do you do?
Learn if you're immersed.
What do you do when you poop, Bob?
Usually smoke a cigarette and play on my phone.
Exactly. So instead of going on
Just
Facebook, when you go on your phone, you got Duolingo, and then every time you take a dump, you're a little bit closer to fluency.
It's true.
Ooh,
How many dumps do you take a day?
It all
You
depends.
could be fluent like pretty soon.
Yeah.
Did I
at least
talk
10,
about
15
how many
minutes.
beers did I have last night? That's going to depend how long I sit on the toilet.
You have to spend
Too much
5
information.
minutes on Duolingo per beer per day.
Per day? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or joint.
Because I have a couple of phone games going now. I have a lot of free time, so I could probably
You
make
just
it.
play
I thought you just
Duolingo.
said you didn't have any free time.
So you should pick a really
Well, not with my phone games.
Okay.
pick a
and my
super-
hobbies.
Pick a super random language.
I want to learn
Estonian.
Czechoslovakian.
Yeah,
Estonian.
When am I ever going to go to
Sumatra.
Estonia?
What if you go through all the effort of learning it and go there and you don't even like it?
So I've always wanted to go to
Have
Estonia.
you ever been to Eastern Europe? I don't think
know
I
why.
don't think Estonia is very desirable in the
I
winter.
don't know.
I don't know.
I've always wanted to go. Like ever since I remember reading a Wikipedia article about Estonia in like 9th grade and being like, I want to go here someday. Don't
Former
know why.
Soviet Union.
You'll get there. You'll
Yeah.
get there. You go everywhere.
Someday I'm gonna show up in Estonia and be like, I made it.
I hope you don't hype it up too much for yourself and it doesn't like
Yeah.
suck.
Well, I could always. That's the beauty of Europe. There's so many countries around. You can
I've been
just go
Like,
taking-
somewhere
I
else.
did Estonia for a day.
I've been taking
It wasn't worth the hype.
I've been taking a fiber supplement so I can learn even more Estonian.
I think I remember the thing that got me interested
Keeps
in
me
them
regular.
is that they have a comically small military.
Yeah.
And I was reading about their military, and it was like one.
Pretty tiny.
It was like a plane and like one Humvee and like a couple hundred guys. It was
Yeah,
their whole
probably-
army.
It's probably like the equivalent of like the fire service in New Zealand, but
Yeah.
the military. It's just a bunch of old guys in
Yeah.
like rusty trucks.
Show
They
up in
tried
an
their best. They tried their
old-
best.
Show up in an old Jeep.
I've been cleaning the same rifle for 80 years, and I only shot it once.
What do you mean you don't use black powder anymore?
Hold on, Hey, I'm gonna load my flintlock. Wait. Oh, that's crazy. Can you imagine? Yeah, we've advanced. Guns have advanced like crazy. We went to the gun range today. We had a great time.
It was fun, yeah.
Yeah. Only took my Beretta. No big deal.
And that was just for protection,
Yeah, I didn't even shoot it. No, anyways.
just in case the lady gave me chicken nuggets instead of Beyond Meat nuggets. Just had that shit on my lap.
Yeah.
So you only
Say real meat one more fucking time.
Yeah.
how many? You only took your Beretta, and then what'd you shoot?
I
with?
brought my 9mm rifle. We did good.
Yeah, it
That
was
little
good.
thing that you had?
It's almost cheating though, because like after you shoot the pistol, it's the same round, like a 9mm, but the rifle makes it so much more accurate.
Yeah,
it's
it's
like you go
crazy.
from actually trying with the pistol to like every bullet go through the exact same hole.
Yeah,
it's
easy.
like it's almost too easy. You got to shoot faster to give yourself some like challenge. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, it's shooting guns is cool. I love it.
when done safely and responsibly.
Yes, exactly. So, does anyone else have any crazy stories that they want to tell us? What else you got? You got another Mexico story, Spence?
I'm
could go- we
gonna
could all
pass
be-
the mic and I'm gonna think.
There's the one, the kidnap one. But that's like-
Kidnap one. Well, you gotta tell it now.
Yeah, tell them that, and then I'll tell them the story about that party we were at a little while ago.
Oh, okay.
If you want me to. I don't
No,
have
not
to.
that one, not
Not that one.
What,
Okay.
the one with your landlords?
Yeah. Well, I guess whatever.
come on.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Griffin
Okay,
Griffin doesn't want to tell because he's embarrassed because he broke his glass.
I won't say anything.
It's
like,
the
you
second.
don't-
It's the second time I've done this too. Okay. Anyway.
Tell the story.
Yeah, you gotta
Okay,
tell us
so
now.
it was like
I don't
Tell
feel
us
like
now.
he can't tell it because he wasn't like coherent.
Yeah. Okay, let's get the sober story then.
He's gonna tell the story he's gonna tell, and then I'll.
Tell us a
so-
kidnapping story.
So it was, I want to say I was like 17-ish, and like Spence would be like a couple years younger, like 15, 16, something.
You didn't get kidnapped at 17, did you?
He was a dancing queen. Of
So-
course he did.
Yeah, it was probably. We don't
Song
really
of
know. We don't really
You can't
know
get kidnapped
anything.
at 17. You're
I-
smart enough not to get
I
kidnapped.
I honestly, I've been to Mexico so many times, I don't even remember.
Okay,
which trip
whatever.
it was.
The age.
But
is
we
he
were
was
like
a minor. He was a minor.
we were younger, yeah.
Irrelevant.
We were younger.
Irrelevant.
Anyway, so we were staying in this place called Tenecatita, and we were like camping out. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we were camping out, and there it was super weird too because there was like a festival in like a town nearby called Gringo Days, which is just when I think about it in retrospect, it was super odd. But it's basically just like a big fiesta, and like they had all kinds
What
of
does
food and shit.
gringo actually mean?
So
Like the actual
so
meaning
okay,
of the
so it's
word.
actually hilarious, like the actual etymology of the word.
Yeah.
So technically Canadians aren't gringos because it refers to like during like the Spanish American War.
People not of North
They
America.
no, so what happened was at the time like the U.S. Army was like green coats, right? They just wore green clothes,
Yeah.
right? And so like the Mexican people when they were down in Mexico, the U.S. soldiers were marching around. They'd yell at them like green go, like get out, right? And so like that just over time like morphed into like just like a general word for like foreigner. It's like the equivalent of like gaijin in like Japan, like Japanese sort of.
So it just means American?
It
Yeah.
means
Person from
it
not
means
here.
all foreigners basically,
Okay.
and like white people, but
And
like
it's green.
technically it's just
So it's
Americans,
so
but
it's not even a Spanish word. It comes from a
English,
combination
sort
two
of,
English
yeah.
words. That's hilarious.
yeah. And so
Wow.
Because
yeah.
I thought it was like a real Spanish word for
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
white people.
somebody told me this, so that I could be completely wrong, but like I'm pretty sure I've read that before, and I've
I've
been
heard
told
that
that on
too.
multiple occasions.
That what?
That was the origin of how it came to
Yeah,
be.
I sounds.
I believe you.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
believe you.
So anyway, we're at this
Yeah.
Gringo Days,
Gringo
and like
Days.
Spence and I,
Days.
like we were like
Happy
beach,
days.
we were beach drinking. We were like beach drinking, like been drinking all day. You know, it's we were
So
on the
maybe
beach.
it does matter how old you were.
And you can-
no, it's
and you can-
Mexico. Nobody cares.
Yeah, that was the thing. We were definitely underage. Like we were like both for sure underage.
I
We,
was
like,
14.
Got off the plane in like Puerto Vallarta or wherever we were, and they literally just like handed us margaritas. No joke.
Wicked.
Off the plane, just came through security. Dude with a plate full of margaritas, just giving them out to everybody. Like
Nice.
that's how we
Shots of
landed.
mezcal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Said we were at this thing, we're drinking, and then like we start dancing in this like crazy thing. You remember the spinny thing? Yeah, this whole thing's going on. Like I can't describe it. Like it's just like
Oh, we need. I don't know what you mean. What do you mean? You got
it's like there's like a crowd of people, and they got this staff with like a big like dreidel looking thing with shit written on, and they're spinning it. And there's this whole thing when you do certain stuff when they go forward and backwards and all this shit.
Amazing.
Like,
That
huge
sounds
group of people.
amazing.
But so Spence and I end up like dancing with a couple of girls, and like we were like again like we've been drinking all day anyway. So we go out with these girls, we like buy them some drinks, and they're like, oh, like we were like had a decent sunburn too, and they're like. I remember the one girl was saying that like she had like aloe vera, like she had lots of aloe vera at her place, and like she'd come back with them. And Spencer and I were like, yeah, that sounds great.
Let's go back
We'll
for
get-
the aloe
get some
vera.
aloe vera. And so we start going, and like unknown to us, like eventually I noticed this, but like our dad had been like following us. Like the whole time we were like just had left with these girls because we didn't say anything. We just oh sure, well, okay. Let's just
And you're
leave.
in Mexico.
Yeah.
you're
And so our
drunk,
dad had been
yeah.
followed us the whole time, and he's like, you know, his head's like poking around palm trees, like going. And then at one point, like he literally like they had like left to get a car or something, and our dad like came up behind us, and he's like, guys, like I know you want to do this, but like this is not good. Like you can't go
Yeah.
with them. And we were like, okay.
They were gonna. They were definitely
But
gonna kidnap.
we don't
them.
know to this day.
No,
we don't know.
A
We
lot
could
of
have lost
times
our
they
kidneys.
use girls to lure people
Yeah.
into houses.
Yes,
It's
yeah.
true.
Get
It's
bopped on the
definitely
head
true.
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either that, or you could have a crazy night with a couple of senoritas. You'll never know.
Yeah.
But still, that's chances are
Those are the days
you were gonna be
down
kid.
there.
I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest with you, like they were out of our league. Like there was no way.
So-
like looking back on it,
They're pretty good, yeah.
Like they
You're
were,
like, yeah.
they were older.
We
they
got
were,
a number. Anyways, yeah.
So they were
No, that's
probably-
amazing though. But good thing you didn't. I mean, it's good thing you didn't get kidnapped. Like that would have sucked.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be doing this right now.
Yeah.
Well,
That's like I remember like a straight up like child predator tried to abduct me at Laser Quest when I was like a little kid.
I think you told
Like,
us that before.
Yeah, it was literally like we're in the arcade at like a birthday party, and this like creepy dude kept like coming in like giving me free coins, and I would just be like, okay, whatever, sure, like free coins, not gonna say no to free coins. But then at one point he like tried to get me to go with him, and I remember just like being like, no, that's not right, no, got the
stranger
fuck out of
danger,
there.
stranger danger.
But like, yeah, like I think back on that, I'm like, yeah, that's like fuck.
Griffin's like, I've almost been abducted twice. I don't play that shit. Okay, so then Spencer, tell us about this party you were talking about.
So
Everybody loves a good party.
Our landlord's a super cool guy.
Yeah.
He's I think he's from Taiwan, I believe. He has we live in the bottom unit of his house, and he's just been like great the whole time we lived there. Like super cool guy.
Super chill.
And it's a nice place
And,
too. It's really nice.
So he had a barbecue last Wednesday where he had like a bunch of his family, friends, and like coworkers over, and it's always a smash. Like they always just have like the best food.
Yeah.
Barbecue.
It's all like authentic Taiwanese or Chinese cuisine,
That's awesome.
and there's tons of it, and they don't let you not eat. Like that isn't
Yeah.
a thing. So like,
Get more.
You'll just finish your plate, and someone will come and just flop just
Yeah.
all sorts of stuff on your plate.
That's awesome.
So we show up there, and we were just dogging it. Like we were just eating everything. Like they had like lobster tails, like a bunch of stuff on skewers, like a lot of different kind of meats on skewers.
How much rent have you guys been paying this guy?
enough. So anyway, we just gorge ourselves. We just ate a bunch of food, and then like there's kids there. The kids all left, and then we like moved inside. And one of Tommy's friends was going back to China, so it was kind of like a going away party too.
Oh,
So
okay,
they wanted to go like extra hard for that,
hard,
because
yeah.
we were leaving, they were leaving, and it was Tommy's birthday.
Oh,
So
no
it was
shit.
like a quadruple
Trifecta.
like celebration.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's awesome.
So I don't remember the name of it. It's rice wine. What was
So
it called?
All I
not like
remember,
a sake,
I just
it's-
remember the bottle. Like it's just like a white bottle with
Yeah.
like Chinese characters on it. But like it turns out later, I'll give it back to you in a sec. It turns out later, told us it's like an $800 bottle.
It's like the Chinese
like-
version of Ace of Spades.
yeah,
Wow,
yeah, yeah,
It was like a rice whiskey, right?
yeah.
Yeah, it was like
Tech
something
guy
like
coming through hot.
60% or something.
Pull it up, tech guy. He's gonna find
Well,
it.
I mean, there's
Oh, okay.
soju, and then there's, but I think that's
I don't remember what it was called.
I think that's,
I didn't understand
Korean.
anything that whole night.
Yeah. Anyways, okay. So what? So this stuff is like. What's it taste like?
Baijiu.
Baijiu.
Yeah, I
Baijiu.
think that was it.
Yeah,
what-
and it's like
You guys see
it's
the bottle?
potent stuff.
It tastes like alcohol. It doesn't taste like anything else.
Really?
To
Just
me,
tastes-
at least.
Like,
I-
is it?
I'm
is
sure
it,
they would like sip it and be like, "Oh, that's this and this," but to me, it was just
is
straight
it,
alcohol.
Like, is it just doing shots of it, or do they pour you a glass?
Yeah. So basically, they I don't remember the word, but there's like a Chinese word where you like salute.
It's like
Yeah.
I'm gonna butcher it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah,
It's like
Honestly.
Kambe.
Kambe, yeah, that.
Which one? Oh yeah. Okay.
And
I've
or sorry,
experienced this
Mandarin. I
stuff
should say
before.
Mandarin.
That's crazy.
But so yeah, we kept doing that. Like any excuse to Kambe.
So what happens is when they say it, then you cheers and you chug your drink.
Yeah, then
So
you
we've
chug
been
the whole
doing that
thing.
all night before this.
So I drank a bit, but for some reason it wasn't too. I ate a lot, right? It was a
Yeah.
good like base.
Yeah,
I don't
soak
think
it up, yeah.
I don't think Griffin did.
All I ate was
I definitely think
all I
Griffin did
ate
it.
was a salad and then some barbecue meat.
Yeah. So we do the kambe a couple times, and then we sit down at a table, and so we're drinking there, and they're playing some weird game with like dominoes or something, or no, it was cards, and like if it got near you, you had to pretend you were like a pirate.
Yeah.
It was so I was so confused, and they were explaining it to me in Mandarin, and that made it a lot harder to understand.
Yeah. have you been learning Mandarin while you poop?
No, there was a woman beside me that was nice enough to like
translate for you.
yeah, helping me figure it out. But before I could even partake in the game, I noticed that like Griffin was gone, so I was just like looking around, and I just
gone in more than one way.
I just find him curled up in the fetal position, like just off to the side, and he's just chilling, talking to himself a bit. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on?
Griffin, are you alright?
And like when you look at someone that's like black, like you just can tell that they're
gone.
There's not like
Nobody's home. Lights
yeah.
are on. Nobody's home.
So I was like, okay, it's Griffin's done. Like he's ready to go. So
How am I gonna get him down these stairs?
I tried to like pick him up to take him downstairs. It's just downstairs, right?
Yeah.
And he just like leaps up like a gazelle and just runs outside like as fast as he can.
Why?
And then
I have no memory of this.
Yeah, like so basically
You're free, Griffin.
his
You're free.
last
Run.
It's like his last burst of energy.
yeah, his last comeback, like he doesn't remember any, like the last time he took that, he doesn't remember any of it.
Yeah, that's
But
a tipping
then,
point.
so I'm like, okay, let's go. And as soon as I said go, he's like, no. And then he got up and he just like barefoot ran right into the backyard.
Of course he was barefoot. New Zealand has made him very shoe liberal.
Yeah, exactly.
To bring it full circle.
I definitely
Spence.
wasn't thinking about the dog poops outside.
Yeah, I was about to say. So he runs outside, and like it's one of those houses where they just let their dog poop in the backyard.
Yeah.
So there's landmines out there. So his feet are just covered in dog shit.
Oh,
He didn't pick the dog poop up before they had the barbecue?
Did
He
you?
did, but there's a few.
Did you
like,
wash my
strays.
feet? Because there was no dog shit on my feet when I woke up.
No, you. I'll get to it. I'll get to it. But basically, so he runs outside, and then he tries to jump the fence, but he can't like pull his own weight over it. So he just kept jumping and then falling and then jumping and then falling. And I'm just standing there watching this. Like I'm not getting anywhere near.
I'm not getting. He's covered in dog shit. I'm not getting.
I saw him break his glasses though, and then I was like, okay, now I gotta like I don't know.
I gotta intervene.
But he like he jumped up, but he like headbutted the fence, and then his
that
glasses
explains
fell,
the
and then
goose egg
he
on my
stepped
head.
on them, so like he like crushed them.
no.
So then I was just like, okay, well that's the end of those.
It's extra
so then-
shitty because I don't have time to get new glasses before we leave. So
You
So
can-
now you're super
you can
drunk.
probably you can
Yeah.
definitely you can probably get cheaper glasses in
it's
Mexico.
true. No, it's true. It's just annoying.
So people hear someone like headbutting the fence. So a couple guys come out and they're like, "Yo, what's going on?" And I was like, "He's like ready to go. Like, can you help me bring him downstairs?" And there's certain people who like when they get blackout drunk, they kind of like when people are like, "Hey, like you're done,"
Yeah.
they're like, "No," you know what
That's
I mean?
Griffin.
Like it's almost like they're. It's like telling a kid no. It's like he's gonna want to do. It's
Yeah,
almost like
yeah.
like they're not coherent enough to like be like,
Yeah,
okay,
you gotta,
I'm
like,
having
set me.
trouble here.
You got to be like, hey Griffin, you know what would be really not cool if you went inside.
Yeah.
Oh really? Or no.
So
Oh yeah, well,
I'm gonna be cool. I'm going in, or whatever. You know what I meant. Anyway, sorry.
Reverse
Yeah, sorry.
psychology.
Reverse psychologist. This.
So me and this strangely jacked Chinese guy, we grab Griffin and we're like, I've got his feet and he's got his like upper torso, and Griffin's just like fighting us like full drunk strength, like fighting us.
Like
go down the
he's just
stairs.
wiggling like a worm.
literally like, and then you've been to our apartment, right?
Yeah.
You know how there's like a
That's
little
what
stair?
I was gonna say. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm like,
So he's like
how do I get him
kicking
down
and
these
screaming,
stairs?
and
It's
we're
a
like
steep stairwell.
he's kicking and he's screaming like at the top of his lungs, and we're bringing
What's
him.
he screaming?
What's
Just
he yelling? Yeah.
He like the world is fucked. Like we're going to. I can't remember, man.
we're leaving.
He's just having like a delusional episode.
Nothing like terrible or
I feel like
anything.
you didn't get tased.
man,
It wasn't that
I woke
bad.
up in the morning. Like when I woke up in the morning, I was literally like, the last thing I remember was drinking that like a shot of that thing. But then I look down and like my arm is like full fucked up, and I got like a bump on my head. There's like 16 water bottles sitting next to my bed. I'm like,
my glasses are broke.
Glasses are going.
I'm just happy I talked to the landlord and he did not give a shit at all. He was totally like, I was just nervous I like fucked something up, like some of their shit up or something. But
So basically, so yeah, he's fighting us going down the stairs. I didn't realize how hard it is to like take someone
Downstairs
somewhere
when they're fighting,
when they're like like I thought we'd just kind of grab him and bring him down there. But he kept every time he'd like get loose, he'd start like clawing at the stairs, like trying to get back up. But then eventually he had to pee, so he was like, "Okay, I'm just gonna go pee." Like he thought he was just gonna go pee and then resume it, and we're like, "No, we locked the fucking door." It was like, so then it was just me, him, and my friend Spencer and Sarah downstairs, and from there he just kind of chilled out a bit. He was sitting cross-legged and he kind of puked a bit, but it mostly got on me. And then
That's what you're a good brother, Spencer.
you know, he was just kind of, for the rest of the night, he's like, something I've never understood about drunk people is like, when I get that level of drunk, I get really tired. Like, I'm just like, I need to go to bed.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, he just had so much energy. Like, and he was up until like 5 in the
you know
morning.
what it
just
was?
Pacing.
Spence.
Just pacing and talking to himself and
Spence,
pacing.
you know what it was? That drink we were drinking was fucking energy drink.
Really?
Yeah, the drink was like Jaeger and Monster.
Oh.
So I was when we were doing the
You
comp.
get a ton of energy.
So
like,
I
you're sweating, just fucking.
So I had an
around.
almost empty stomach filled with Red Bull.
And Maju.
And that, yeah.
Well,
Amazing.
that's like anytime you're doing like Jaeger
Ray
bombs,
bombs,
Ray
yeah.
bombs or something like that, because like you're drinking all this alcohol, but you're drinking energy drinks like on a regular. So then,
So
like,
much sugar.
So like 2:30 in the morning, when you should just be like, oh, I'm gonna go pass out. You're like, I can't walk or talk or sleep or like so you're just fucking awake mess.
Yeah.
So yeah, he basically that was just the most drunk I've seen him in a long time.
That's amazing.
And it was a great night. Everybody, like, there was another guy there that was like that too. Like, this is definitely like an alcohol. That kind of alcohol just doesn't sit right with people.
Amazing.
But yeah, it was a good night.
Well, it's like rice moonshine.
I'm kind of scared straight though. Like I don't, I like really don't want to drink liquor anymore. Like I just gonna stick to beer.
Yeah, Griffin was very hesitant to even take a shot on his birthday.
Yeah.
Like a week later. Yeah, give us some good Nova Scotia content, Joel.
Well, I mean, I can't think of what comes to mind. I mean, the only thing that I can really come up with right quick is that some guy tried to sell me fucking a donair plate with fucking rice instead of fries, but I'm not sure if your viewers are going to understand why that's fucking offensive.
That is offensive. That's Nova Scotia.
You don't get fucking rice.
Dude,
like,
you would.
The sauce would absorb into it. It'd be like rice pudding, the wrong kind of rice pudding.
Yeah, you would have laughed. I had to call. I called our cousin Peter, who lives in Nova Scotia, and he's a lobster fisherman. But they sent us a gift for the babies, right? So I want to call him and say thank you.
Lobster?
No, they sent us little blue nose 2 bears. They're really nice.
That's pretty fucking cool.
They used to send us lobster all the time, but he had a heart attack, so he stopped, right? So I called him. I was like, "Oh, Peter," I was like, "How are you?" I was like, "Oh, Robert, good. How are you doing, bud?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, to turn her in there. Yeah, I couldn't do it anymore." I was like, "Oh yeah." I was like, "You still having a couple of vodkas every once in a while?" I was like, "Holy fuck! I just had a heart attack. I didn't go crazy." And then he's like, "Okay, good enough. Talk to you later."
Yep.
It's like, "See you, Peter." I called my nan. He's like, "Yeah, he doesn't talk long." I was like, "Yeah, that's them." He's like, "What are you calling me for? I'm busy. Who is this?"
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, I can give you the riot act when you first start up. I mean, I don't think I'm as thick as that accent.
No. You do say you do a hard R a lot though.
Yeah, car. Yeah, car bar. Jump in the car. We're going to the bar.
Anyways, listen, thanks for coming over, you guys. I appreciate you guys all sharing some stories with me, and thank you for Griffin for allowing Spencer to tell your crazy come by
I told
story.
you guys like 25%.
What?
Because he'd be correcting me the whole time.
Oh, okay. Are you guys brothers? No.
I'm adopted.
Yes. Are you? Because you look the same.
Wait, I thought I was adopted.
We're both adopted, I guess.
Yeah, you could still be brothers.
True.
Anyways.
Castro's your father.
Yeah. Are you guys Cuban? Anyways.
You speak Spanish.
Yeah. Whoa.
I don't like telling people I speak Spanish anymore because the first thing they do is just like, say something.
Yeah, I feel that way now too because of Irene talking so much shit. Now I feel all self-conscious. About my Spanish. Don't want to speak anymore.
Yeah, because anybody who hears it just says it's trash.
Yeah, sorry. I did ask you to say about 4 things in a row.
See, I actually get like a shitload of compliments. Like when I speak Spanish with Spanish speakers, but like part of me thinks that they're just like placating me and just being nice.
They're like, "Oh, you speak
They're
any
like,
at all?"
they're like,
is that
like,
what that means?
Yeah.
But think about it. If somebody that English is their second language and they speak English, we're not like, "Come on, bud, get it together." We're like, "Oh, you're doing really good."
Yeah.
So I mean, it's the same thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
One, I also did like have an English teaching certificate, so I know. I've taught some.
Griffin's a
students
man of the
before, so I
world.
was like,
He's a man of the world.
He's international man of mystery.
yeah.
He is.
Like
Anyways,
fucking Canadian
I just-
Austin Powers.
yeah.
Spencer and I just
with
need
a man
to.
bun and thug glasses.
Yeah, we just need to get our a third passport. We're trying to get our grandma to get her German passport, so our mom can get it, and then we can get it,
Okay.
which would be kind of cool.
What's your other 2 passports?
Well, technically, our other one's like the Ecuadorian one.
Yeah.
Because we're like permanent residents of Ecuador. It's like a special visa, like in an old Canadian.
you guys are
passport.
permanent. I didn't know you were permanent residents. of
Yeah,
Ecuador.
they're
That's
fucking
cool.
Canadian, Ecuadorian,
Germans.
Germans heading to Mexico.
That's the name of this episode.
They Nazis.
No, they're not. They're not Nazis.
I whispered it because we're not allowed to talk about it.
Well, actually, one of their grandfathers
I heard
was
so,
a
like,
German.
I heard in a boot,
so
man.
our grandma
Heard a what?
In a boot.
A boot?
our great grandma got like a like a Nazi medal for having like a certain
Don't
amount
tell
of,
them all our secrets.
a certain amount of kids. But like it was literally anybody who lived in Germany at the time.
Yeah.
If you're a woman and you had like, but it was like ranking system. There's like bronze, silver, gold.
Yeah, depending on
it's
how
like,
many kids you had.
And
yeah.
if you get to if you
That's
get gold,
crazy.
it was like 9 kids or something to
Yeah.
get gold. Like
Yeah,
family
but back
Jane
back then they
yeah.
were big back then
Yeah.
in any country. Like both my grandfathers, like the 13th kid in their family.
Yeah.
I just
crazy.
imagine like a German mother like making fun of another. She only had 7.
yeah. I bet you they were catty. I bet you they were totally catty about it.
Oh, you know who Sophia is not going to evac her? She only had 7.
Definitely doesn't love her.
Anyways, fuck the Nazis. Love you guys. I'm gonna miss all of you guys big time. I'm really glad that we could do this. I think it was really fun. Let's go have a fuck crack a cold one. Roll up a doob. And yeah, great episode today. Thanks for coming over. Do you guys want to do you guys want to have a final remark? Leave us with something. Leave us. The last time you guys are going to be on Bob. This is Spencer's first time being on Bobchat.
Yeah.
Last time you guys are going to be on for a while. Leave us with something inspirational.
I mean, unless you're trying to do it over Zoom.
We could maybe figure something out. It's 2021, baby. You
But
guys
it's
are
just
getting
audio.
fiber optics where you're living, so
Yeah,
Hopefully.
you guys actually, you're going to be doing that kind of IT stuff, so you should probably,
Yeah.
you could probably hook us up.
That's one of
Yeah.
the kind of the cool thing is that we're able to do this only because like our career now is online, so we can work as long
Amazing.
as we have internet. So I'd say like at the end of the day that's the what
And
I'll
good
leave.
gear though.
I'll
You
leave
couldn't
all
just-
the.
Like
Yeah.
you gotta have good gear. Or
It's
else
true.
Yeah.
It's true.
So give us a
just-
give us a goodbye before you go. What do you got to say, Griffin?
I just want to say like follow your passions. Like do what you want to do.
If you want to be a Canadian, Ecuadorian, born in Germany, going to Mexico, you can do it.
Yeah.
do anything.
Eventually you'll get to Estonia.
Well, you can't you can't necessarily do anything, but you can try.
All right, Spence, what do you got to say? Leave us with some words of wisdom. You always got some.
If you're triple vaxxed, hit me up on Instagram. You know,
Swipe right if you're triple
It's always-
vax. That's cool.
always a good time on Bobchat. I'll miss you too, buddy.
I'm gonna miss you guys. Thanks for leaving me your guns.
Yeah.
Enjoy them.
I will just clean them every time I use them. I promise.
And the locker. That's a cool locker.
It
too.
is nice. It is really
Yeah.
nice. Yeah.
It's $20. I actually drove to Elmer to buy that.
Nice. Driving to where the gun range
Yeah,
is to get a
it's-
locker to put my
yeah.
guns in.
Yeah, I wish we would have shoved someone in it before we gave it to Bob.
I wouldn't
old
fit
time's
any.
sake.
I wouldn't fit. I would offer to go in, but Joel, what do you got to say?
I just
Tech
want
guy.
to just say thanks for getting us together. It's been great.
Yeah. Thanks for
had a lot
coming
of
back.
fun.
I'm glad you had the time. I'm glad you guys had the time.
Yeah, we'll have to do another one before we go.
Yes, with string bean. So look for that episode. Joel wants to do one
Oh,
with.
we gotta talk about the stages of string bean.
Yes, we'll
And
do that
actually,
while he's here.
And actually, I heard about a few stages of Griffin tonight. I think Griffin almost deserves, like, you should come up with that. So stages of string bean, you know string bean.
Give a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
preview.
We have like 1 through 21, I think, is what we've come up with. There's a few missing. It's a really hard scale.
There's
to-
no
to-
halves.
Yeah, there's no halves, there's no decimals. It's full or not, but it's also like it's also like a choose your own adventure. Like if stage 13 is this, then stage 17 is gonna be that.
Yes,
So
like
it's
streaming idles at about a 2. Okay.
no, he idles at 4.
The idles at 4.
4, yeah.
I believe 5 is 2 monsters deep and $40 in lottery tickets.
Yeah, that's appropriate. That's appropriate. That can be a stage 5. Yes. Yeah.
And then just
I mean, stage 4 is idle, right? But like 3 is hungover. 2 is really hungover. 1's super hungover. 0 is actually absolute 0.
which he never is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sleep.
But basically, no. Streaming sleeps at about a 1. He idles at about a 1.5.
Yeah, but I feel like you should think of this now. Like Griffin definitely has some like crazy stories. So like stage 13 is like beach drinking and running through a yard full of dog shit and headbutting a fence. That's stage 13.
Yeah.
Like that's honestly like I feel
That's
like that's not
probably
even
stage 21.
that's not even close to the craziest shit
Yeah,
we've
so
done.
start coming up with a list. And
Did I mention
then
he
we'll
was in his
compare yours-
underwear? Yeah. No, I'm just kidding.
And then we'll do that. So look for the next episode, hopefully to be the stages of streaming with Bobchat presents
Yeah.
stages of streaming.
I'll
And-
definitely be tuning in.
Stage 17
And
is
we're-
out of tune country songs.
Yes. Okay. Stop ruining it. Save it. That's all the early content you get on that, and then we'll have the 2 experts who have seen the stages of streaming firsthand, myself and Joel, and we'll have the man, the myth, the legend, the string bean himself here to weigh in on what he thinks is accurate and correct. But in all fairness, once you get past 12, he doesn't remember really anything. So
I got a couple new ones. I've been living with him, so I got a couple new ones.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, look for that. It's Bobchat. Thanks for stopping by, guys. You guys, thanks for coming by. Love ya. Safe travels. Yeah, it was great.
Thanks for having us, Bob. We'll be back. We'll be. It'll seem like no time at all.
Yeah, can you say it? Can you, one more thing to say in Spanish? Can you say, I'll be back with an Arnold Schwarzenegger accent, but in Spanish?
No.
Hasta luego.
All right, see everybody. Bye. I want my podcast and my lady, simple life, but not too crazy. I'm slim, but I ain't shady. Fuck you if you hate me. I'm rocking the mic, cause it's Bobchat, baby.